Hey everyone, welcome back to math. I hope you had a great weekend. We're going to pick up right where we left off on Friday. On Friday, we were working on addition equations and we were looking at adding the tens together and then adding the ones together to get our answer. And we're going to be doing the same thing today. Today is going to be in two different videos. So when this one ends, you're just going to exit out of it and go to video number 2 for the rest of today's lesson. Remember, you need something to write on and something to write with. So if you don't have that right now, please go pause the video and grab that. All right. To start off, we are going to be working on some quick warm-up problems. And I'm going to give you an addition equation. And what I want you to do is to rewrite each problem as a subtraction equation. So I'll give you an addition equation. You move the numbers around. So you're going to use the same numbers and then turn it into a subtraction equation. I'm going to do the first one for us, and then I'm going to give you guys some time to do another one. All right? So the first one is 5 plus 0. Now I need to use these same three numbers to make a subtraction sentence. So I'm going to start with a number bond. So give me a second here. I know 5 is my whole, then I have 5 as one of my parts, and 0 as one of my parts. So, as shown in my number bond, 5 is my whole, 5 is one of my parts, and 0 is one of my parts. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Now to change this into a subtraction sentence, I'm going to always start with my whole. That is my biggest number. I'm going to write that down and then add my subtraction sign in there. Now, having a number bond makes this easy because I can just go in a circle. I start with my 5, and I can go either way. I'm going to go down to the 5 first. So 5 minus 5 is going to equal 0. I went right in a circle. 5 minus 5 equals 0. I could make another number sentence out of this one. You might be thinking of it. Again, I start with my whole, which is 5. Now I'm going to go this way. Minus 0 equals 5. So 5 minus 0 equals 5. So you can actually get two subtraction sentences from this same problem. If I have 5 and I subtract 0, I'm left with 5. And if I have 5 and I subtract 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm left with 0. So 5 minus 0 equals 5, and 5 minus 5 equals 0. All right, now make sure you have a blank spot because this is what I want you to do. It says 4 plus 1 equals 5. So take that addition equation and use those same three numbers and change it into a subtraction sentence. I'm going to do the same. I would suggest using a number bond. Write this addition equation as a number bond and then go from there. I'll give you guys about 20 seconds. Take about 5 more seconds. If you need more time, please pause the video and you can press play whenever you're ready. And 3, 2, 1. All right. So, again, I made my number bond. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Turn it into a subtraction sentence. I'm going to start with my whole, which is, again, 5. I write 5, and I write my subtraction sign. I'm going to go the same way I started last time in a circle, like this. I'm going to go 5 minus 4 equals 1. If I have 5 fingers up and I subtract 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm left with 1. Now, if that's not the one you got, you might have done it the other way, where you start with 5. Always, that's our biggest number, that's our whole. And then you subtracted 1 and got 4. 5 minus 1 equals 4. If I have 5 fingers up and I subtract 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left. All right. Try and do this one on your own, and I will put up the two number sentences, and I'm not going to walk you through this one. All right? So try this one on your own. Take about 10 more seconds. If you need more time, pause the video, please. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, if you need more time, pause the video and press play whenever you are ready. Here are the answers. If you set up your number bond correctly, you should have 5 and 3 in the 2 parts sections, and 8 is your whole. And then one of these problems, hopefully, is the one you came up with, or maybe you came up with both, which is awesome. But both of them started with our whole. 8 is our biggest number. 8 minus 5 equals 3. That'd be going in a circle in this direction. And the other one is 8 minus 3 equals 5, and that'd be going in a circle in this direction. Okay. If you need to, please feel free to pause the video and spend some time on that problem if you're still not perfectly comfortable with it. Otherwise, we are going to move on to our mini lesson. So, our screen says, we will use our cubes to add 19 plus 2. And if you look at my screen, we have 19 represented by the black cubes. So I have one full 10 stick, which stands for the 1 in the tens place in the number 19. And then we have 9 extra ones right here, which represents the 9 in the ones place in the number 19. And these 2 yellow cubes are the plus 2 in the equation that we're going to be adding to 19. So I want you to think about, what are we adding to 19? Because I want to make 19 into the closest 10. So I'm looking at my stack of 9 cubes right here, and it's really close to a 10 stick. How many do I need to add on to my 9 to make it 10? Think about how many cubes this stack is missing right where I'm circling. 19 needs 1 more to make the next 10, because I noticed there's 1 empty space on the stack of 9. So I'm going to take 1 from the 2 and make a 10. So I have 2 right here. I'm going to take 1 of them and throw it up on top of my 9. Boom, there we go. So with that extra yellow cube up on my 9, I now have a full stick of 10. So now I have 2 10s and one extra 1. So our original equation is 19 plus 2. And with them all together, we have 2 10s and 1 1, and that is the number 21. Looking at this number, there's 2 in the tens place and 1 in the ones place. Okay, moving on. This one, we're going to use the same number sentence, but it says, let's represent our work using a number bond. Okay, so I want to split apart 19. You can actually pick either number to split apart, but we're going to do 19 because I want to work with tens. Remember, adding tens to other numbers is a lot easier than adding any other number that's not a multiple of 10. So I want you to make your page look exactly like the slideshow screen right now. I'm going to do the same thing. 19 plus 2 equals, and then I'm going to draw my number bond under my 19. If you need a little bit of extra time, pause your video real quick and hit play when you are ready. So, like I said, I want to work with tens. So since 19 is the only number I can pull a 10 from, since 2 isn't a full group of 10, I'm going to take 10 from my 19. And I have 1 10 to take. I noticed there's a 1 in the tens place. So I'm going to write 10 underneath my 19. Then if I take my 10 away, I'm left with these 9 ones. So I'm going to move that 9 down to here, because 10 plus 9 equals 19. Now, just like on Friday, when we split a number apart into 2 groups, we don't have that number anymore. I don't have a group of 19 anymore. I split it into 10 and 9. So I'm going to cross 19 out. So now I have to think, am I going to add 10s together or 1s? I notice I have two groups of 1s, so I'm going to add those two first. I'm going to do 9 plus 2. 9 plus 2 equals, if I count 9, 10, 11. 9 plus 2 equals 11. Then I'm going to move my 11 down to here because I have to add my 1s onto my group of 10. So I'm going to move my 10 down to here, over to here. And by looking at these, if I add my 10s first, I have 1 10 plus 1 10. 1 plus 1 equals 2, so that's 2 10s. Then if I look at my 1s, I have 1 1 plus 0 1s, so 1 plus 0 equals 1. And our answer is 21. Looking on the slideshow, they added their 1s together, 9 plus 2 equals 11. Then they moved this 11 down and added it onto the only group of numbers that we had left, which was the 10. Got 21. Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to pause the video, and you need to exit out of this one and click on the link that says lesson or video number 2. Okay? See you there.